back to Gotham City. Sounds good, Jack?
Sure, Chris, let's go. I've never played the game, Chris, but of course I'm familiar with the Batman, one of my favorite superheroes in childhood and adolescence.
Yeah, so this time, Jack, you might be disappointed because Batman passed away in the very first minutes of the game.
Really, Chris, that's quite unconventional for a start.
Yeah, this game is inspired by a series of comic books that are called Batman Gotham Knights. In this game, you're going to take the legacy of Batman with four new characters: Robin, as well as Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood.
Among these four, I'm only familiar with, of course, Robin. Do you know them quite well?
I started to know once I played the game, but I checked and there are several comic books series dedicated to them, as well as, for example, Batgirl has also a TV series, so it might be interesting to check out.
Yeah, sure. And I see from the cover of the game that they have pretty fancy costumes, Chris. Are they the traditional ones?
I'm sure you can start with the traditional ones, but then you can customize according to your personal preferences. Also, the differences between characters are not limited only regarding costumes, but every character has a specific way to fight. If you are into gadgets and technology, Robin might be the best choice for you. But if you prefer kinda martial style of combat, maybe you want to go with Nightwing. That is the one that I decided to start with.
I think it depends all on the qualities of the characters and which kind of story and narration you want to have.
Yeah, but Jack, that is not a big deal because you are kind of forced to start with only one, but later on in the game, you're going to unlock all of them, so you can still check the other ones and maybe switch if you find something more interesting for you.
Sounds good, Chris. Did you find some similarities with another game that we've talked about before? And did you find it entertaining to play?
Of course, Jack, it is very entertaining and I'm liking this game very much. If you are listening or watching to this episode, I'm sure you are maybe one of those wondering if Gotham Knights is the game for you or not. So I would say that if you are a DC fan or can be also, for example, a superhero fan in general, I would say totally go for it. Anyways, if you are kinda into action role playing games that kinda remind, for example, the recent Assassin's Creeds, I will totally recommend you to you as well because there is a deep level system and plenty of skills and special abilities that you can reach and customize your characters with. So I will recommend for those type of gamers as well.
Seems very interesting. I'm intrigued by this unconventional narration starting in a Gotham without Batman and James Gordon, the police commissioner. So it's something that you don't hear every day. Do you think there will be some sequel?
I'm not sure about direct sequel because I guess it's a bit too early to tell. But still talking about the Gotham Knights universe, there is a series that is scheduled for next year, something that you might want to keep your eye on.
Sure, and I'll do that, Chris. You know how I like TV series and movies in general.
Yeah, so basically, when I started to play the game, I was thinking about recording an episode with you because I know how much you love like cinematography and also the Batman movies. So this game kinda have a cinematographical approach, so you can leave it kinda as an interactive movie.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, it reminds me of Coen's brothers' No Country for Old Men in the unconventional narration and connecting to other Batman experiences. You know, Chris, how I've loved the recent Nolan's trilogy of Dark Knight. Actually, I cannot do anything but connecting the two products together, even if they're different. Also, Nolan's Batman had these noir, dark tones and vibes throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, so in this case, you can expect a mix of action, the development of story, as well as these new four characters with their sense of humor. So fun to see how these unconventional superheroes team up in order to fight the latest enemies in Gotham.
In this, I think you can also notice the blending between the old traditional DC comics and the new movies and games that come out nowadays.
Yeah, I'm sure that every now and then there are new era for these superheroes, both on the DC side as well as Marvel. So this is kinda one experience that belongs to the latest approach.
Yeah, we're probably shifting to another kind of narration.
So, Jack, going back to the game, if you heard about some technical issues, bug, or something like that, I would say that I encounter some of those as well, but it's nothing too big to ruin the gaming experience. So, don't judge this game only by what you heard online.
First person experience, it's always the best, guys. We always have to test first.
So there is nothing like flying from a skyscraper to the next one with specific gadget that Nightwing has. Even only for that, I would totally recommend you if you are a DC fan.
Yeah, sure. I totally agree with you in this, Chris.
But guys, if you want to know more about DC Comics as well as heroes in general, including Marvel, you are more than welcome to check out our other show, OCD Geeks, that talks about our passions more in general, including TV series and movies, language learning, as well as technology, manga, anime, mental health, music, and so much more.
So, guys, please stay tuned, keep following us, and give us your suggestions about what you want to hear next.
So even for today,
We keep playing on Aki Geeks.